Hallo und ho. That's what Santa does, right? And willkommen.
I am bored. What should I do?
Ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
I'm Meister Lehnsherr. Ich bin Meister Lehnsherr, you could say. And you're watching Get Germanized. All about Christmas traditions today. It's all about Weihnachtstradition. And if you didn't know what that meant, Weihnachtstradition, then you should watch another video that I just recorded about German Christmas vocabulary. Today, like I said, we are going to talk about everything that makes Christmas, Weihnachten in Germany so magical, all the different traditions, what I experienced when I was a kid. Nothing traumatic, promise, just Christmas traditions today. And let's get started, I would say. Lasst uns anfangen. During the Adventszeit, the Christmas time, or the Advent time, I should probably say, actually, Germany is just filled with different scents and smells. I mean, Christmas-related scents and smells. It's just very nice. We have Weihnachtsmärkte, Christmas markets that start usually at the end of November, let's say on the 27th of November, something around those dates. And that's when the markets start, and that also is kind of the time, I think many people might start on the 1st of Advent, the erste Advent, the first Advent, the first Sunday in Advent. That's always a Sunday, the erste Advent. They start out taking their Christmas wreaths, their Christmas pyramids, little pyramids that look like, a pyramid with candles on it. It's pretty cool. And other things like fairy lights. We have people that have these colorful fairy lights. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I do have it there because I think it looks more interesting sometimes. But generally speaking, I would not try to put too many of them, especially around the house. It looks a little bit kitschy. Is it a word kitschy? I don't even know. Kitschig in German. But yeah, many people do that. There are people that go all out and kind of copy America, like the USA in specific, where they put fairy lights everywhere around the house, very angular sometimes. I don't see many of them. Many are more subtle here in Germany, to be honest, more classy. I don't want to say there's nothing classy in the US. I'm really sorry if I offended you. But I just prefer that style, this white light with like a few well-placed lights around the house. Our neighbor, for example, he has really beautiful and classy Christmas decorations. I'm not going to show that here because I'm sure he wouldn't want to show me his house on the internet. Wouldn't want me to show his house on the internet. So I'm not going to show that. But he has these reindeer, this two-dimensional Christmas decoration, reindeer shaped with like little Christmas fairy lights around it. And that's illuminated in the dark. That just looks super beautiful. And he has like very accentuated spots around his house for his Christmas lights. In addition to that, he has like beautiful house lighting anyway already. Like, it looks just nice. Sorry that I can't show you, but that I prefer to the, hey, look at my house, it's a sparkling ball of everything. I mean, also, I kind of think that's cool. I wouldn't do it, but I enjoy looking at that too, because it's just so interesting how much work people put into that, just everything. It seems, let's see what we got and put just all of it on our house. They accumulated this mass of stuff and they just put it all out. Sorry, I really don't want to bash anything. I just think it's very interesting to me. It's very, very cool in a way. I love movies. Watching movies is a big part of the German Christmas tradition, at least with my family and friends. Home Alone, for example, is big here in Germany, has always been, or Schöne Bescherung, Christmas with the Griswolds or something like that, I think the movie is called. It's very popular here too. They often show The Last Unicorn, Das letzte Einhorn around Christmas time. Die Geister, die ich rief, with Bill Murray, this movie with the ghosts, is pretty popular here. This is not, of course, a very traditional German Christmas tradition, we'll get to that, but that is just something people do here. People bake Plätzchen, like cookies, right? People bake gingerbread, Lebkuchen, even gingerbread houses, Lebkuchenhäuser, even though that's not something I ever do. and just haven't. I don't know, it's not a tradition with my family or friends. Could make that into one. They have Christmas parties though, the Weihnachtsfeiern. I had one on the 1st of December with a bunch of my friends, even some friends from the US. My friend Crystal from the US was here, for example. My friend Chloe, she lives in Germany now, but originally she's from Paris. She was there and was really cool. And I love having Christmas parties. Often we have one here as well, actually similar setup where I have the fire in the TV and then just Frank Sinatra or something playing, and we'll drink wine or absinthe with water, like and sugar. This, if you know absinthe, you know how it's done, I guess. Yeah, just that. Christmas parties are really nice. Decorating your Christmas tree together with your families can be a tradition at least. Some people don't. Obviously, sometimes they don't celebrate Christmas with their presents for various reasons. And then they just decorate their own tree. That is, of course, a tradition. Very different from the United States tradition of unwrapping presents on the morning of the 25th of December is the unwrapping of the presents on Heiligabend. Heiligabend is the 24th of December and it translates to Holy Night. And that's when Santa comes to us and brings the presents. I can actually take you through my Holy Night on the 24th, what we do here with my family. So mostly my mom prepares food. Some families have, for example, potato salad and sausages, like Bockwurst is very traditional to have. Very simple meals some people have. Some people have fish, some people, well, it really depends on your family what they have. But we make chicken legs, roasted chicken legs in the oven, like pre-made mostly. You just buy them, you put them in the oven with some water and maybe even some spices if you want to add anything like that. And well, also potato salad we make on that day, and carrot salad or whatever else we feel like. So my mom prepares that, and then I stay home, look over the food mostly, because sometimes you have to pour some sauce over the chicken so that it doesn't burn. That's what I do. And then my family goes to church, I suppose. They go in the afternoon. Other families go either in the evening, or I believe there's a midnight mass as well where I live. Some people do that. But back to what we do. My parents come back, we eat, my brother mostly as well. And then we go to the living room where the Christmas tree is already set up, where everyone has put their presents. I mean, Santa has put his presents for us underneath the tree. And basically we just sit there and unwrap them, but with a twist kind of. We roll a dice. That's just something to prolong the whole process, I think. My mom came up with one day, or has heard that other people do it, and then we had to do it. Basically, if you roll a 6, you can unwrap a present. Similar to what we do for Secret Santa. We can go through the Secret Santa thing we do as well real quick. Me and my friends, well, we roll a die. And if it shows a 6, you can take a present from the pile. And if you then, if it's your turn again, roll another 6, you can unwrap that present. But what you can also do if you have a 6, if you roll a 6, you can decide to steal that present from someone else. Even if they already have one, like in front of them, even if it's unwrapped already, you can steal it from them. And you set a timer, mostly like 20 to 30 minutes, and wait until all the presents are unwrapped, basically, within that timer. I mean, it could happen that they're not unwrapped and the time is over, then everyone has to stick with what they got anyway, regardless. Doesn't matter if it's unwrapped or wrapped still. And then you see what you have in the end. But mostly people want a specific present. I think this year it was a very cozy travel pillow with a Yoda hat. It's sewed to it, so you could look like Yoda, travel Yoda basically, from Star Wars. So people wanted that, so people stole that back and forth all the time until someone got it. Wasn't me, sadly. But yeah, that's a tradition we do. Secret Santa, that's what we also do, like I said, a similar version of that on Heiligabend, on the 24th, on the evening. After we unwrap all the presents and well, we just eat some food, I guess, from the little plates that my parents have put, I mean Santa has put out, with chocolates and cookies on them and stuff like that. We just sit there, nibble on them, drink some wine, and talk to each other. Believe it or not, Germans do that too. We have intimacy like that. I mean, that sounds wrong. We're close to each other, and that sounds wrong too. We talk about stuff, feelings maybe even, who knows. It's a very cozy time. That's all I'm saying. And it's nice. We sit there, I mean, back in the day we used to watch movies on Holy Night. Not anymore, because it's kind of like, you can do that the rest of the year, right? Why do it on Christmas? The one day where you just get to sit with your family all night, where no one has to work. Most people don't have to work, at least. Sorry if you do, that sucks for you. Sorry. But yeah, that's what we do. And then at some point late at night, we go to bed, sleep, wake up. I mean, like I said, some people go to midnight mass, go to church in the evening. We might even just go for a little walk after. We just sat there for a while, because if it's a nice day, if the stars are out, for example, or if it even snowed, it's rare these days to get snow on Christmas, but if it snowed, that's just super beautiful. So that's what we do. On the next day, on the 25th, it's a little bit different. Usually, back in the day when I was a kid, my mom would make roast duck, turkey, whatever, with potatoes, warm red cabbage, different salads, different vegetables, and like a real feast, like you guys have for Thanksgiving, for example. Similar to that, I would say. But of course, that makes my mom be in the kitchen from the very early morning hours of that holiday, which sucks for her, right? And of course we could help. I mean, I never did when I was a kid, to be honest. But we just decided at some point, so that she doesn't have to work on a holiday, let's just go out to eat somewhere. And my dad really loves Chinese buffet, even if it's maybe not the most Christmassy food. We go now, damn it, to a Christmas Chinese buffet every single 25th of December, which is nice. I don't mind. It's nice food. Like I said, maybe not the most Christmassy food, but it's still nice. And it's not too expensive either, and we can just go there and eat as much as we want, which we do. We eat way too much. And then go back home and just fall into a coma. Because that's what happens after a buffet, mostly. Because we don't have any self-control, apparently. But yeah, it's really nice and cozy too, that day, usually. And in the evening hours of that day, sometimes my friends come around. I'm not sure if anyone's going to come around on that specific day, but there's like a clubbing event nearby with a Christmas party. Or the last couple of years now, that party doesn't exist anymore, but it was like a fancy, more fancy party, at least, where you had to dress up in a nice suit, which we did, and go there. That was kind of nice. And now it's just a normal clubbing event with rock music, actually. It's called Rock Nacht, Rock Night. So Christmas rock stuff, I guess, but it's not very Christmassy in a sense that they don't really play Christmas music. But it's still cool. And we might go there this year, who knows, we'll see. And on the 26th, I mean, people do different things. Like, I'm just telling you about my experience. I'm pretty sure many people also visit family on the 26th or 25th. But since my family is relatively small and we, like our other relatives, just keep to themselves on that day, and so we do too, I suppose. I guess that's the reason. I'm not sure actually why we never visit those people. I don't actually know. It would be nice, I wouldn't mind, but yeah, it's just not a tradition, I suppose. Back in the day when my grandfather was still alive, we would go visit him and his family, but that's not a thing anymore either. So of course we had different traditions, or we came up with different ones. Like me and my friends, we meet up on the 26th this year as well. My friend Ines, Nergal, Marlina, Sergio, and Kevin probably are going to come around. We're going to play board games and just talk and have some drinks. Just have a nice cozy time as well. And that's about it for Christmas. When it comes to my family, I forgot one thing actually. We have a tradition, me and my family, to get our Christmas tree together. where we go to a little Christmas tree farm nearby, and we choose one, or my dad mostly chooses that one specific tree that he wants a couple of weeks prior to Christmas. And we go there, they already cut it down. We basically have a little trolley that we pull. When we get there, they have mulled wine, Glühwein. It's really nice. You can drink some cookies, and we talk a little bit with them or to them, and then we load it up on the trolley and then go back home. It's not too far away, like a couple of kilometers, and that way we do an additional thing with the family. Well, that's pretty cool too. And that happens mostly on the, I would say, 23rd of December, so one day before the 24th. Other families have their Christmas trees up really early, some even as soon as the beginning of December. Personally, that's a bit too early for me because it takes away a little bit from the specialness of having the Christmas tree up. I mean, what you could also do is, I guess, get the Christmas tree and then decorate it later, much later, but have the tree up already. Just like a little bit of pre-shadowing, I guess. That would be a possibility, of course. We don't do that, but I'm sure some people do. I don't mind, but yeah, that's just nothing we do. I guess it also has to do with the fact that at some point the tree will use loose needles, and we want to keep it up for as long as possible after Christmas. It doesn't make sense, I guess, but I mean, what we do is we put it up on the 23rd and then just leave it out until maybe sometimes even the end of January. That's just what we do. So, yeah. Other Christmas traditions, like I said before, the Christmas markets, super nice. Probably my favorite thing about Christmas. I want to go to many more. We've just visited a lot of Christmas markets. For example, I went to the one in Hanover. It was just super beautiful, probably one of my favorites. Just so many nice things to see. Very beautiful inner city district. Really nice Christmas market as well. Very cozy, feels very cozy, and just I'm trying to find a word this whole time. Like the Christmas spirit. It incorporates the Christmas spirit. Yeah, kind of like that. Very cool. I also enjoyed the one in Bückeburg because the Weihnachtszauber, the Christmas magic in Bückeburg, goes actually through a castle, at least parts of it. And the castle is so beautiful inside. I uploaded some pictures on my Instagram. Meisterlehnsherr, shameless plug again. Check out instagram.com Meisterlehnsherr/Meisterlehnsherr. It's beautiful pictures. I'm going to show some right now, of course, as well. But yeah, just nice, that Christmas market. Entrance fee is a bit pricey. For Hanover, we didn't have any entrance fee, but I understand because with the Bückeburg one, you can actually go through the castle, which is fantastic. And so I think they charged 15 euros entrance fee or something like that. And that includes nothing other than the castle tour, I guess. Or not a tour, just going through it on your own. But I mean, the rest of the market you can see as well, of course. But it doesn't, like, the ticket doesn't give you any free food or drinks or anything like that. You will have to pay extra for everything else. And yeah, lots of stuff to get there. I bought a Christmas present for my dad there. Or a birthday present, I should say, because his birthday is actually today on the 12th of December. So say happy birthday, Martin, that's his name, if you're watching this. And yeah, different Christmas markets in different cities, like I said. Hanover, Bückeburg, Bremen has apparently one of the nicest ones in Germany. According to, I don't know who, but I went there with a couple of friends recently, and they said there's a statistic. And they asked people what the nicest Christmas market is they know. And they all said Bremen. I was like, who did they ask? People from Bremen. But I mean, I agree. It's super nice. Has a really beautiful Christmas market in the inner city. And then at the Schlachte, it has like a medieval Christmas market. I mean, the Hanover Christmas market had a medieval Christmas market too, but the one in Bremen is especially nice, I think, at least. It's called Schlachte Zauber, which is like the Schlachte, which is the area. Magic. Medieval Christmas market, very nice. We went there, that was pretty cool, like I said, a couple of times. Osnabrück has a nice one too. Beautiful. I mean, any big city in Germany will have a Christmas market, or multiple ones even. Hamburg, I think, has multiple ones. Munich, Berlin, because they are so big, they need to have different Christmas markets in different districts. And they all vary in beautifulness and coziness and so on and so forth. So just go and find the one you like best and let me know. Maybe next time you take part of a statistic, name that one. Or name Bremen to falsify everything. No, I mean Bremen is a beautiful city with a beautiful Christmas market. I always recommend Bremen to people when they ask which city they should check out, like an low-key city. Not Munich, not Bremen, Berlin, damn it. Not Hamburg, not Cologne, but Bremen. Bremen, sponsor me. It's not sponsored by Bremen, by the way, this video. Promise. Then there's, of course, much earlier than Christmas, on the 6th of December, der Nikolaustag, the St. Nick's Day. And basically, what people do is they put their shoes out, and then St. Nick comes and fills those shoes with candy and chocolates. Or colds if you've been bad. But if you've been good, chocolates, nice things, oranges, nectarine, clementines, and other good things. And maybe sometimes even small presents. And that's what St. Nick's Day is in Germany. Basically getting chocolates and presents put out by St. Nick or someone's parents. Depends on who you ask. Heathens that don't believe in the Christmas spirit, the Christmas magic. Don't ask those people, they're sad little people. There is something that is very rare. I mean, many people know about this by now, but we have a tradition here in Germany, mostly in the south where the southerners live. Just kidding. That is a bit strange, that tradition. Maybe the people too. No, just kidding. Just kidding, I love barbarians. But there is a tradition that's called Krampus. And Krampus is the demonic looking evil helper of Santa that drags little kids off to hell when they misbehave and eats them. How cheerful and Christmassy is that? Ah, Christmassy, that's the word I've been looking for actually. Incorporating the Christmas spirit, yeah right, Christmassy. Yeah, Krampus scares all the little kids, and what there actually exists in Germany is a so-called Krampuslauf, a Krampus run, which is a parade made up only from Krampuses. Well, and they run around with their birch branches and their bells and their ding 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 ding, scare all the little kids and swat people with their branches. And people seem to like it. Yeah, it's a really scary display, but it's a tradition in the south. Of course it is. But other countries have it too. The Alpine region countries have it. It's very, well, I made a separate video about the Krampus if you want to know more about that, but that is something that exists here. I'm going to link that for you in the video description too. Actually, what I should do is next year maybe go there and make a video about a Krampuslauf, because I've never done that and I would love to experience it. There is something else that, for example, kids do. I mean, you can do it as an adult if you want. On Christmas Eve, on Heiligabend, before they unwrap presents, they will have to recite a Christmas poem. Really small Christmas poem. Like I did that, for example, as well to my grandfather. He appreciated that, he liked that, just to hear his grandchildren recite Christmas poems. And there's one that, I have it on my sheet of paper down here, but I'm not gonna look at it and try to just remember it. Lieber guter Weihnachtsmann, schau mich nicht so böse an. Stecke deine Rute ein, ich will auch immer artig sein. Basically translates to, dear good Santa Claus, don't look at me that evilly, put your birch branch away, I always want to be good. And so Santa's standing there, gonna hit ya, but after that, not anymore. You're good, you're clear. Then you can unwrap your presents. Also, I mean, Santa Claus in some families visits that holy evening. Santa Claus visits, get what I mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna. Anyway, he visits and then little kids have to recite something too. Depends on your family if you want to do that or not. But I mean, if you invite Santa or not. We don't have the tradition with cookies and milk as far as I remember, like to put that out for Santa Claus, which is sad. He should be rewarded as well, right? He works hard all year to make presents. I mean, maybe his elf slaves do that actually, but yeah, no, he deserves something. Human rights organization call maybe, or cookies, or milk. Yeah. Of course, there's something that you might have as well. It's, I mean, actually, I'm not sure, but it's called the Advent calendar, the Adventskalender, which is a calendar, sometimes Christmas tree shaped, made from cardboard, sometimes like with little doors, 24 doors, or actually 26 doors, sorry, to be precise, until Christmas is over. You get to open one door every day. And there's different variations of this. There's even a beer Christmas calendar, which my friend gave me once. Excellent choice, thank you. Which has beers in it, like different craft beers in every door, which was cool. There's one for chocolates, like usually there's chocolate in a little chocolate plates in different shapes. Very small, very cute. Just a little sweet thing in the morning. Chocolate. Or, well, I mean, people go as far as to create naughty advent calendars. That exists too, with naughty objects in there. I've seen that. Well, I mean, the tradition came to be, I think, because it should just get kids excited for Christmas and help them remember how many days are left until Christmas. Similar to the Advent wreath, discussed before, with like 4 candles on it, and on every Advent you light a candle, and then on Christmas you will have 4 candles burning on that Advent wreath. And last but not least, Christmas ornaments. We do have them, usually round balls, ball-shaped Christmas ornaments, and cone-shaped Christmas ornaments sometimes, different figurines that you hang up on your tree, fairy lights, of course. Some people use lametta, some people put a Christmas star on top, or something else, depending on what they like. Yeah, a little angel figurines are very popular in Germany. It really depends on who you ask and what you like personally. You could put superhero figurine ornaments up there if you wanted to. I would definitely do that. If they're Christmassy, like Deadpool, because he wears a red suit like Santa does. But yeah, I think that's about it. Hope I remembered everything and told you about it. Probably forgot some things, but I mean, that's what you guys are there for, right? You can always leave a nice constructive comment. That would be highly appreciated. In the Christmas spirit,